Hey guys, Austin here, and welcome to one of the biggest mod reviews we have had in a while, and this mod's actually for 1.12.2, so sorry if the intro was a little bit weird right there, but I can't contain my excitement because it's been a while since I've seen a huge mod like this. But yeah guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all had a great weekend. I know I sure did. And I'm also really hyped because if you guys are watching this, well, if you guys are watching this on Monday, which you should be, this is the last week I have for college, or for like school in college, and then the following week will be finals week, which if you guys don't know what that is, it'll just be like testing essentially for all your classes. I mean, if you have one for that class, and then you're done. So yeah, I'm really excited to be almost out of college for the year, and then summer starts, which means we get to go on our summer schedule, which is awesome. So guys, if you're gonna hit that like button, hit it right now for the continuation of amazing videos here on the channel, and also because it's almost summertime. But that out of the way, let's talk about the mod today. Today, guys, we're reviewing a mod known as the Silence Gems mod. I hope that's the correct title. When I was reading it, like, on the forums page, that's the only way I can assume that it is stated. The Silence Gems, not Silent Gems. I thought it was Silent Gems, but there's an S at the end, so I'm assuming it's Silence Gems, as in, like, silent as a anyway. So this mod has a lot of things. You can probably already tell by the amount of chests. Guys, comment down below if you remember the last mod that I had to set it up like this. And you get a gold star for the day. But that's not all. This mod has more than just what you see in these chests right here. This is just going to be a blunt overview of the mod. So if you guys were expecting like a very in-depth version of this mod, first things first, this is not the video for you. If you guys do not know, when I have huge mod reviews like this, I normally like reviewing only like the bulk of the mod or like the main points. And then other than that, if I were to go in depth, I always ask you guys to comment down below if you'd like me to go more in depth. I'd have to study and research more on the mod because I literally just installed the mod and I was like, holy crap, this is too much for me just doing one video. Because the video would go on for like an hour if I were to do everything in this mod. But I'm going to try to shorten length it. Again, apologies if you guys wanted a full length review of the mod, but in my opinion, mod reviews or mod showcases are just supposed to be like the overview, telling you guys what it's about, what's in it, not like every tiny item detail. So, also, if you guys are much more familiar with this mod, apologies for my bluntness and my ignorance. If I get something wrong, feel free to comment down below some constructive criticism, I guess we can say, if I get something wrong, just so the other people watching this do know what's facts and what isn't facts. But yeah, first things first, let me just say this mod is definitely going to be installed in our Lucky Block survival series, not the like survival craft series, but the one that I do like the fight the bosses in. Yeah, that one. So this mod's definitely going to be installed on there just because of how much things are added. It's insane. Now, first, let me just give you guys an overview. So when you spawn in your world, you are given the Silent Gems manual, which essentially is a text that tells you everything about the mod. You can help you getting started, the blocks, the items, the tools, armor, and parts, souls and skills, enchantments, and list of everything. So you can probably already tell from just the categories here that this is one of those mods that covers every single piece of Minecraft and then some. I don't think there's any dimensions in this mod. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I could see, I couldn't find anything that involved like dimensions. So this looks like just a thing for the overworld. I mean, there's stuff for the nether and for the end as well. So that's insane. Oh no, I just remembered I forgot to put a chest on about the ores. I can just show you guys in the thing. But alright, so let's get right into it. So I guess I should go over the ores first. So when you're mining in your world, things are no longer going to be the same. If I type ore in the thing, you guys can see, so here's the vanilla ores right here. So you got your iron, gold, lapis, etc. Now if you go over here, here's all the different ores that are listed for the overworld, and then the nether has all these ores, and then the end has all these ores, and I didn't mean to click that. So yeah, you can already tell there's a lot of ores and a lot of mining to do. You're going to want to have to go to the end and the nether to acquire every single ore, because I don't think it's the same types. Yeah, no, these are completely different types of ores that you can only find in the certain dimensions. That's another reason how I knew there was it's only for the vanilla dimensions, because there's not anything for other dimensions. But that's the first part. So once you acquire all these different ores that you mine up and or have to smelt in a furnace to get their ingots, etc., you open the blocks chest. So let's just take a look. As you can see, we're standing on the beautiful supercharged carnelian block. Yeah, so that's one of them. And here's a double chest full of some of them. And here's a double chest full of some more. So these are like the bricks version. So you can change all of these materials into like the, I guess you could say like the emerald block version, where you put 9 in the crafting table and you get like the cool this version of the block. But then you can also combine them into like a stone brick type version like that. And there's also lamps. If I look them up right here, if you see there are, oops, spelled lamp wrong. There's like lamp variants, so you can actually get like a cool lamp version, which is pretty cool. And there's just so much more. So that's what you can do with the blocks alone. So now that you understand what the blocks are and the variety of the blocks, let's move onward. So next up we have the swords. There's a lot of swords and bows and axes and everything, but I only wanted to show you the swords. Just assume for every sword variant I show you, there's a bow, tool, and etc. for that. It's the same thing. So here's a chest full of the swords. So just to give you guys a better example, if I type sword in my just of items thing, oh, it does just display the swords, but that is way more than what is actually in this chest. And if you're a fan of multicolored things in Minecraft, this is definitely the mod for you. There's so much I can't even describe. So let's just grab a few. Let's just randomly grab 4 swords. And let's look at all their different cool crafting recipes. So first things first, we have the Carnelian Sword. 6 attack damage, 1.44 attack speed. It is crafted... Whoa. Okay. It is not crafted like that. It seems there is more than meets the eye to crafting this Carnelian Sword. Alright. I'm already understanding kind of what's going to happen. So it looks like to form some of these swords, you have to create like the gem sword first, and then you go from there. So the gem sword, yeah, 0 attacks before attack damage, seems to be the base sword of the whole thing. Yeah, it even says example recipe mundane tier. That's like the first tier. So you either need flint, rose. Oh, actually, it seems like you can get any of the different gems, and you can craft it with a bone, stone rod, iron rod, stick, whatever. And you get this gem sword. And this gem sword seems to be what you fuse to make the other swords. So first up, we have the Carnelian Sword, like I just said. Next up, yeah, they are all the same thing. Okay, the Peridot Sword, 8 attack damage, 1.12 attack speed. We have the Supercharged Opal Sword. And I noticed there is like a difference between normal and supercharged. I'm assuming that has to do with the magic aspect of the mod where you enchant it and make it stronger. So this does 1.44 attack speed like the other one. However, it does 10.9 attack damage. So that's already above diamond tier. And next up, we have the Supercharged Fluorite Sword. 1.76 attack speed and does 9.75 attack damage. So that's for the different swords right there. And again, just looking through... The highest attack damage I'm seeing, I see a 13 in here. I see, is that a 15? Yeah, there's a 15 attack damage one. Wish you could search by attack damage, like in the thing itself. I don't see any 20, so far 15, oops, didn't mean click that. 15 seems to be the highest, and the lowest seems to be like around 5 or 4. So there is a huge, like, diversity of the swords, and these aren't even with, like, a regular vanilla enchantment book added to them, so you can only imagine how strong the 15 attack damage one could become. That being said, let's move on to the armor. So again, I just picked a select few pieces of the armor and how you would craft these. Let's just see for an example really quickly. So it seems like, again, you have to get a base frame and surround it by any of the gems to be able to acquire the specific helmet that you're looking for. So that is pretty cool, and I like that because then you literally can decide what type of material you're going for, and there's literally probably 20 to 50 different kinds of materials in this mod, so you're going to have to choose, I guess, wisely on what you want. I'm sure but if you have this mod memorized to a T, then you know which ones you want to go for. But just to grab a set just to throw on, obviously these are all different materials. Let me just go in survival mode really quickly to show you what their power is. So I just put on like the boots, the leggings. I already have some extra armor defense, as you can see by that blue bar. A lot of people don't know this, but I believe it's the either damage indicators or one of the mods I have installed displays the extra armor that's provided. So like that little blue thing that you can barely see on the first armor bar, that's half of like a protection bar, I guess. So it's like extra armor. And if I put this on, that doesn't seem to change that. And then I put that on. So this isn't a fully protected set, but I look kind of ridiculous right now. But armor definitely looks a bit clean. Again, I don't have the full set of anything, so let me just quickly let's just go for Sapphire really. Okay. Yeah, let's just grab the rest of the Sapphire set, even though typing Sapphire just gave me a huge list of everything. And let me just put on, oh wait, I forgot the chest plate. Let me just grab that chest plate, put that on. So this is what a full set looks like. Any full set bonus enchantments, not for the Sapphire, but this mod doesn't strike me as the type that would give like a enchanted bonus for wearing specific sets. But nonetheless, we do have it on right now. As you can see, it tells you the armor and armor toughness of it, which is pretty cool. And that's what just the Sapphire looks like. Again, there's a huge list of all the different armors you can wear. Next up, the gems. The gems, again, is like the magic form of the mod. We have soul gems, which it seems like, again, that you can collect the souls of the different mobs that you're fighting, because we have like Soul of the Ender Dragon, Soul of Witch, Soul Gem for a Donkey, Soul Gem for a Wither Skeleton, etc. And how you would craft these, it actually doesn't show a crafting recipe, so I'm assuming either it's a drop, or you can, it actually even says like the elements that go into with it as well. Or are you supposed to get like a blank soul fragment and kind of like kill so many of them to extract their souls into the gem itself? Again, I might be wrong about that. This is just my assumption from just looking at it. And before any of y'all comment saying, you need to do more research before you review mods like this, listen, I'm on a tight schedule and this is a huge mod. If I did research on this mod, I'd be here all week. Anyway, moving onward. So next up we have the holding gems. So these are the gems that you're able to, it even says, like, can store large quantities of a single block and place them. So these look like backpacks, sort of. So let me just grab one, just see what happens. So if I right-click it, doesn't seem to be doing anything. Alrighty then. It says can store large amounts. Can I throw this book in here? No. There has to be a way to use it properly, but I'm assuming it's sort of like a backpack in a way that it can store, again, large quantities of a single block, and then it can place them as well. So I guess this is kind of like a holding thing, which is pretty cool. How would you craft this? Oh, here's the crafting recipe for it. So again, you would take a garnet gem. Okay, so there's a specific type of gem you need. This for a garnet gem and gold ingots with enriched chaos essence, and that is crafted with regular chaos essence, redstone, a glowstone block, and of course there's a block for that. And for chaos essence, you would need chaos essence shards, and for that, apparently it's like a drop or something. So that's cool. And it seems like if I just click on them, yeah, they all are crafted by the same thing, like the garnet gems, etc. And just to check, the garnet gems are garnet gem shards, which I'm assuming you get from the ore. Yes. Or what you do is you take the thing and you smell. Oh my gosh, there's so much. Alter transmutation. Alter transmutation, you say? Crap, I'm not going to be able to find that item, am I? Wait a minute, guys, I have to look through it. I guess you can look at the vastness of this mod while I grab it. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's the Chaos Altar. Ooh. Ooh. Let me just place this down really quickly. Okay. So that must be how you transform the different items. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, it's there now. So yeah, guys, we got this thing. We got this nice Chaos Altar if we ever want to use that. That is definitely a very useful thing in this mod to have. I wish I would have found it beforehand. Anyway, so next we have something called Chaos. Speaking of Chaos, different materials. So I can only imagine that this is used for specific effects and or destruction. So if I were just to grab one randomly, so Chaos Pyro, let's see what this thing does. So right-clicking it, here, let me just go in survival mode just because. Right-clicking it, it is glowing, so when you right-click it, activates it. And slots 20, drain 0, so very interesting. I'm assuming, again, it involves, like, you have to kill things for it. That's the only thing I can guess. And there's one called Super Cheaty Chaos Gem. So let's grab that one since we have no idea what we're doing. Let's grab the cheating one. I'm assuming this is like an infinite storage one. Yeah, so you have to charge them up. They have a specific amount of slots that they have in them. And they have a specific like draining power as well. And they're all set to 0. So I'm assuming you do have to, again, charge them up first and then you can use them to their fullest extent. And again, as you can see, there's a wide variety of them. And this is like them when they're empty, and that's them when they're full. As you can see, they can have a total of 2 million charge, which is pretty amazing. This also seems like this mod could be combined with one of those tech mods. I'm not sure about that, but it just seems, since it's involving like charging and whatnot, materials, it might be compatible with like one of those technical mods that have like the different charging stations and whatnot. Again, I'm not sure. That being said, there is one mob in this mod that I could find, at least when I searched the spawn eggs. We have the Ender Slime, so I can only assume the spawn's in the end. So if we just look at him, that's what he looks like. He's a little cute, 4 health Ender Slime, and I'm assuming like all the other slimes, he can multiply when you kill him. So I'm going to grab one of these charging gems really quickly, activate it, and see what happens when I kill this thing. So I killed them, and he actually did drop soul gems of Ender Slime. So I was right to assume that whenever you kill a specific mob, it drops its essence. And just to prove that even further, if I spawn a cow in right now and kill it, it didn't drop its essence. Can we assume it's a % chance? Not entirely sure, but now we can see the durability on this sword. 883 durability on the supercharged Lepidolite sword. So that's pretty cool. Throw that back in there and throw our gem that we couldn't get working. Oh wait, it's still turned on. Turn off. Throw that back in there. Again, I'm assuming there's different ranks to it and whatnot, just like any sort of like magical essence style mod or game. You have to kind of level up your system or else it's just not going to work. That's the only conclusion I can come to on why the gems weren't working just by me holding them. You probably have to have specific requirements met and etc. So if we go to advancements, it doesn't look like there's a specific advancement column for this mod. However, advancements are weird on 1.12. I'm assuming it has to unlock itself. So there's probably a huge list of advancements for this mod too. I can't imagine why there wouldn't be, considering this mod seems to have a large variety of items and weapons and tools. But nonetheless, guys, that is going to conclude this mod showcase for it. Again, I apologize if this was kind of just a drastic, like, covering of the mod and it wasn't anything in-depth. If you guys would like a very in-depth version of this mod, do let me know in the comments below. Just know that it would take a while to do and or set up. But it could happen in the future. If this mod updates to 1.13 or whatever, we definitely will do another review of this mod. However, if you guys did enjoy the video, click that like button, try to get this video to 10 likes if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And down in the in the description below, there will be a download for this mod, so you guys can download for yourself and check it out. Just know there is another support mod that needs to be installed with this mod. It's just called Silent Lib or Silent Library, so that also has to be installed. If I recall or remember, I will put that in the description too for you guys, so you don't have to go looking for it. But that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.